Being that you just moved out here by yourself, no family, no ties. Talk about just that adjustment, because Parisian culture versus American culture is two very different cultures.
Totally different,
Yeah.
literally. Okay, so it was hard to make friends, and it's still hard to make friends, and I keep my circle very, very small. But I'm glad that I have my cousin with me in LA that just moved here, so she kind of like really holds it down for me, and she's the one that I really talk to about everything. And then, obviously you have certain friends for certain things. Like, I just learned those boundaries because I'm really like a giving person, so I would just like, I would tell my whole life, like first day I meet you, I used to be like that, and then I just learned like the hard way that it doesn't work like that out here. Like,
Man,
you gotta be really careful about like what you say and who you're with and who you're around and stuff. So I just started to move differently and kind of learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
And now I just keep my circle very small.
Yeah.
I have to. What's up, y'all? It's Leecya. You might have seen some of my work styling SARS, Ashake, and YG recently. Nyla, we need to talk.
What's going on, guys? Nyla Symone here with another episode of We Need to Talk. And today I have a very special guest in the building. My girl Lee is here. How are you?
I'm amazing, Nyla. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm so glad we finally can make this happen.
Finally, I know.
I see you a lot in passing, working with different people, or even at parties, but I'm glad we finally get to chop
I've been
it up.
outside literally lately. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm outside.
A little bit lately,
Are you tired? Because I know it's been a crazy year between Grammys and Super Bowl, and now it's what is it?
All-Star.
All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
How are you?
Well, I feel kind of exhausted. Like, it was a lot of work, like, in a short amount of time. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy that I got to work, like, on these projects. Because it was on my vision board already since, like, December for my just 2024 year. So I'm glad that I got this already lined up so early,
Checking
so
things
happy.
off.
Exactly. Already, like, January is already checked.
As you said. So for those who don't know, Lee is a very poppin' stylist out here. She styles a lot of your favorite celebrities, like Callie, Ashake, Gunna.
No, not Gunna. It was SARS, actually. But Gunna was also on the music video.
Okay, yes.
I did Joey Badass. I worked in Cardi's styling team. Lil Nas X with Bloody. Burna Boy with Ella as well. Like, I just worked in a lot of different styling teams. And yeah, I really just did like Ashake SARS lately. Ira Star 2 with my girl for the Grammys. It was amazing. Love them, yeah. Love them all.
So talk to me about just getting into styling in general and like how you kind of made your name.
So I was working in like sell advising in Paris a lot. Like, I was just networking in Paris during fashion weeks and stuff. And then I was like, well, hold on. American people are like so cool compared to Paris. I need to like see what is this about. So I never been to the US, mind you, before. So first time ever I came here was like 2 years ago, and I just came like with no plans, just moved here from Paris.
Is this pandemic or after pandemic?
That was after pandemic. That was like 2021, 2 actually, 2022. Okay. Yeah, so I moved here, and then I just started like building my network, reaching out to all the different styling teams and stuff, and I really got close with this assistant that was working in Cardi B styling team. And they just gave me my chance that day, and since then I just kept like working with different styling teams, assisting a lot and stuff, and then I started really building my own thing and doing my own styling on celebrities. Like, that was like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
That's
I'm so
pretty
happy.
fast. Wait, so talk to me about what you were doing in Paris. Is it the same thing you were doing in Paris you're doing over here, or was it different?
So I was really just working for houses, like sell advising, like connecting celebrities and stuff. Like, I was doing Balenciaga, Prada, Dior. I did even Sephora. Like, I did a lot of sell advising for like 2 years, like just back to back to back, just stacking my money up and getting ready to move also.
Yeah.
And I just built my network out there, Yeah.
So what drew you to fashion? Like, how did you end up falling into that career?
I just always loved it. Like, I already studied fashion when I was like 17, 18, 19, like, in high school and stuff. I just always wanted to be in that field. So, yeah.
Did you go to school for it, like an art school? Oh,
yeah.
You did?
Yeah. So I got graduated, and then I had 3 years of it's called bachelor. I don't know if you guys have it here too. It's like just under the master.
Okay. Yeah, we had that.
Yeah, that.
So you got it bachelor's in fashion.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay. And then, like, as a kid, talk to me about your style, because it kind of takes time to develop your own, like, your style versus styling other people.
When I was younger, like, I was following all the trends, like, even the worst. I'm talking about, the Galaxy leggings, like, those stuff. I was wearing it all, like, all the, like, ugly trends. I was just doing it all. Like, yeah. So, but then I just ended up wearing what I really liked, and that's kind of how I built my style. I got a lot of inspiration too on Pinterest, Instagram, even like fashion moguls like at the time. But yeah, I use a lot of inspo on the internet.
Fire. I love that. Okay. I know styling yourself and then styling other people, though, you kind of have to have different lenses. 100%. So how do you go about wearing those different hats?
So I kind of like study how they already dress, like what they like, what brands they're into prior to styling them. And even like it depends on like the project that it is, and I'm just going to try to match my vision to like their actual style so it aligns, and then I just go this direction. Yeah.
That's tough.
Like, for example, the last person that I styled, so that was SARS, who did Mona Lisa with CB for the Grammys. And this, I got inspired by a lot of Virgil, last shows before he passed. So I just studied those shows a lot, and I just wanted to put him in LV. So I did put him in like full LV, spring, summer 24. Amazing. He looked so good. Like, and also because, this trend came up with like the mob wives, like kind of like, big fur coats and like black attire and stuff. So I was also inspired by that to put him in like a full black suit with a big fur coat.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's super dope. I love that. This is my first time actually interviewing a stylist, so I feel like these are just my genuine questions as to how like all of this works. But being that you just moved out here by yourself, no family, no ties. Talk about just that adjustment, because Parisian culture versus American culture is two very different cultures.
Totally different, literally. Okay, so it was hard to make friends, and it's still hard to make friends, and I keep my circle very, very small. But I'm glad that I have my cousin with me in LA that just moved here, so she kind of like really holds it down for me, and she's the one that I really talk to about everything. And then, obviously you have certain friends for certain things. Like, I just learned those boundaries because I'm really like a giving person. So I would just like, I would tell my whole life, like first day I meet you, I used to be like that. And then I just learned like the hard way that it doesn't work like that out here. Like,
man,
you got to be really careful about like what you say and who you're with and who you're around and stuff. So I just started to move differently and kind of learn from my mistakes.
Yeah.
And now I just keep my circle very small.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
No, I
know what I mean.
Though,
like, I wish it wasn't like that, but
I think when I first moved out here, I was kind of similar, where like I thought I was like creating a family, so I'm like so transparent and like, hey,
exactly,
this, that, and the third, and then you're like,
where'd you move from?
Maryland. Yeah, not too
Baltimore?
far. Outside of it. Yeah. But like, and then you realize quick, like, oh wait, you're using that against me?
Like that.
Like,
exactly. Like every time.
Fucking people.
And the patterns keeps like repeating. You know what I mean? Like you think that person is different, but then it ends up just being just like the other. So it's like.
And it sucks though because you think like, oh, we work in the same environment and like we kind of are doing similar things, that you would get it. But yeah, no.
It's really not like that.
But at least you learn,
For sure.
And
have
you're not.
To.
Yeah.
But it's also like I'm young, so I feel like I had to learn like the hard way. I'm really stubborn, like, but I feel like I had to learn the hard way. So it's it gave me a lesson anyways.
Yeah.
It's good.
Do you feel like, is that how you learn most things, is the hard way?
For sure.
Yeah.
I had to go through it. I have to go through it every time. Like,
What's your sign?
A Virgo.
Virgo. Oh my God.
What's your sign?
I hate Virgo men, but I like Virgo women. Beyonce's a Virgo.
I hate Virgo men too. Actually, I do. But I don't know nothing about signs, but Virgo men like is a no.
They're.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like you should be able to understand them because y'all the same sign.
They stand on business too much.
Too much.
Like, let it go.
And they're like crazy control freaks. Things got to be perfect. Shit like that. Do you think? Are you like that with your work too?
I for sure am like this. Yes.
That's why it's not going to work, nigga, because my way is the way.
Exactly. Like, we both was just like, too much against each other. Like, doesn't work.
So, within the past 2 years, you've already accomplished a lot and worked with, some major artists. And, it's funny because coming from Paris and you work with a lot of Afro Beat artists, you still have to tap into like more of like the hip hop scene and then even the country scene or whatever.
Yeah.
As you continue to grow, do you have like certain demos that you're trying to hit?
So I feel like, so I just started to tap in like Afro artists and I love it so much because, I'm also African, so it kind of like connects like full circle moment, love it. But I definitely want to tap in more like into the sports. So that's my next project though.
Sports.
I already have something like aligned for that, but NBA for sure.
Fire.
I want to tap into that, so. find me in All-Star
Please,
Weekend.
because some of them are very fly, but some of them are very not,
Exactly. That's right.
Everybody has their strengths.
Yeah.
But I will say I think it's fun with that Afro Beat artists because they do a lot of colors. Like, they do a lot of things that I feel like a lot of us probably aren't going to tap into. Like, they're not afraid to do it.
They kind of care less about, like, having just full designers, and they more into, like, the actual art behind fashion. So that's what I love. Yeah. They trust the vision, I feel like, more.
Yeah. I think Asake had some type of wild pants on. I'm not saying it's responsible for you, but the internet was, some people were flaming him, and some people were like, nah, this is mad fashion. I think it was on Afro Today, and I was like, actually, I fuck with this.
I fuck with it. Actually, Asake has his own style. Like, he already knows how to dress himself. Like, he don't even need a stylist for real, but yeah, he has a good sense of fashion already.
I love that.
Yeah, he knows what he wants to, so that's really good.
Thanks. This is fun. You've only been here 2 years. You've already accomplished so much. I know you said you wanted to tap into sports, but I guess like long goal. Do you plan on leaving America, going somewhere else and taking over? Like, how do you see yourself continuing to evolve?
I definitely want to like expand more like in Asia and stuff, like kind of work with Asian artists, like especially Korean like rappers and stuff like this. And
do you listen to K-pop?
Not really.
No.
But I've been to Korea like a year ago, and just the culture, like, it amazed me. I really loved it so much, and I was like, why not building out there? Because I went there to work with fashion designers already, with Puma, and I feel like it would be like a good, next step. And but I would love to move to Dubai though. Like,
yes,
for real.
Yes.
Ooh, that's because I'm Muslim, and I feel like it would be just the perfect like space for me in my 30s eventually,
Yeah.
Love it.
In your 30s, you got time before
I know. I'm thinking ahead, though. You said long ago, so I'm, like, thinking ahead for sure.
All right, okay. No, I think Dubai would definitely be dope, especially since they're still kind of, like, in the making type vibe.
Riyadh and Dubai are really, like, going up right now.
Yeah.
They have a lot of events and stuff.
So do you feel like you're being drawn to these different places based off the fashion, or is it based on like other things? Because it seems like you're just a fan of the culture in general.
Yeah. I really love the culture. I'm not really like dragged by anything like in fashion and stuff.
All right, let's play a game. This is called Questions That Need Answers. If you know, you know. All you gotta do is fill in the blank. It's simple.
Okay.
All right.
I'm so bad at this, but let's do it.
No. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. So when you did move here, what would you say are some of like the huge cultural differences that you had to adapt to? Because I studied abroad in college, and in each country I went to, I was always like, oh shit, you guys don't do this? Or, oh, like, Italian dressing isn't in Italy? Like, this is some American, you know what I mean? So like, what was that for you when you got here?
The stuff that kind of shocked me? The sizes, like the portions, like y'all eat so much, like compared to overseas. Like, why is the McDonald's cup like that big? You know what I mean? Like, everything is just so big.
It's funny you say that because I was starving when I got to Paris.
Oh my gosh!
Starving.
The portion is so much smaller.
So small.
So much smaller. Also, how like comfortable people are with you, like so fast. Like they just feel. They just kind of skip like the steps of like friendship, here.
I think that's like, LA. That's LA.
Yeah, that's maybe LA for sure. That's LA. Like New York people are more real, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like more similar to Paris people. But I fuck with New York for that. What else? In Paris, they also like very much more rude than in LA. But again, it's like an LA thing because in New York they kind of like rude too and more negative. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff that kind of shocked me, and how like I feel like it's like there's less respect and less like than in Paris for like older people. If that makes sense. Like, yeah. Or
anything be going over here.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
True. That is true.
Like less polite.
Yeah.
Less manners, I feel like.
Yeah. That's a good point. It's bad. I don't know what to blame for that. But all right, back to the game.
Okay.
So the first question is, the older I get, the less I blink.
The less I go out.
Less you go out. What? That is a lie.
Yes, that's true actually. Because when I got here, I was like outside, like literally like outside every time.
That's because you had to be. You trying to build
but in LA now, I don't even go out no more. I just be so comfortable in my house. I don't even want to leave for real.
By the way, I seen your house. It looks very nice.
Thank
I wouldn't
you
leave
so
your house.
much. I'm so happy, bitch. You're coming. Come on to LA. No, for real. I'm so happy. That was one of my accomplishments for 2023. Really glad. Yeah.
I like how goal-oriented you are.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I have to, like, look, it's on my background.
That's fire.
Yeah.
What else is on your 2024?
So it was the Rock Nation brunch. Didn't go. Doing more podcasts. Going to Japan.
They canceled it. So.
Canceled it. Yeah. Doing more podcasts. Forbes 30 under 30. The Grammys, which is done. More fashion shows. Panel talks too.
Do you see yourself doing like a fashion podcast or something of that sort?
I was thinking about it, but I feel like it's kind of like saturated for now. There's a lot of people that have podcasts that are not really like entitled to like actually talk about things.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it just gives so much information to people, like, and it's you don't never know who watch your podcast, so I just don't want to like give informations when I'm not really entitled. Like, why would I talk about a relationship when I don't have like an actual successful like marriage or something?
But you don't have to do like bullshit conversation. Like you could do your shit on actual fashion. Like know shit. You know about fashion shows, trends, what's dropping. Like you just sharing weekly. These are fly, or just how you do that. I think people would. I would watch.
Yeah,
I would watch.
That's true.
But if you talking about gossip, I probably
it's kind of saturated. Like, don't like that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm a little embarrassed by the fact that I know so little about blank.
About like hip hop history. I feel like I need to tap in more into that because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know being a foreigner.
Yeah.
And about American like hip hop culture, so I need to tap in more into that.
Do you listen to hip hop? Mm-hmm. Did you listen when you were in Paris too?
Just like classics, like R&B, back in the days, but I don't actually know about like a lot of stuff. Yeah. Like when I came here, like in LA for the first time, like people was like, "Girl, like you're so green, like you don't know like about this and that." I'm like, "No, like." Because we just don't know all the, like, gossips and stuff overseas,
Yeah, so it's, like, it's funny how things transfer over. I mean, you really don't need to know it, but it would be nice.
Yeah. It just helps about, like, how to move around certain people.
Yeah.
How to, like, navigate through things.
That's true, actually. Yes. Sometimes I look back at my life and blank.
Back at my life and cry. Because I was it was really hard for me to like get where I want to get, and it was just like a lot of extra work because of like sometimes I would fall out with somebody and it would just like kind of affect my career, and it just was this for a long time. But like now that I see that I have like really like good mentors around me and really good people and really good projects, I'm just so happy. Like that's not like sad tears, but I'm just like I'm so happy, so grateful. So yeah,
you got through the madness.
Exactly.
Yeah. From time to time, it's good to do blank.
From time to time, it's good to do, I could say dance, because I do a lot of hip-hop dance.
Really? You be dancing?
Yeah, I be dancing.
No way.
Yeah.
What? How come you don't post no videos?
I know. Yeah, I've been dancing. I've been dancing for a minute, actually. Wow. I was dancing back in Paris. I was doing, like, ballet when I was younger. And I started liking to hip hop.
Do you see yourself tapping into that at some point, like more?
No, no, not really. Yeah, but I started boxing recently, and I love it so much. This I could see myself like pushing more to that.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
What?
I love it.
That's kickboxing or boxing?
Like boxing, like
what?
like English boxing.
That's fire.
Yeah, I was doing like Muay Thai back in Paris, and then since I got here, I kind of start doing like real like boxing, English boxing, and it's just so good. It feels amazing. It's a lot of technique too, so.
Oh, I love that. Okay. I made a complete fool of myself when I blinked.
When I fell fucking 2 days ago at this club, like that was Stafford Room, bro. And they have like stairs like that are hella like vertical. And I was coming down and I fell like the whole entire like stairs.
No, not a
And I was like, I'm not waking up. Like I'm staying on the floor. I'm like, somebody come get me. Like I'm sorry, I'm not standing up. Like no.
Stafford Room is a vibe.
Yes.
That's
it's
not
a
the place
vibe.
to fall though.
It's kind of ghetto, but it's a vibe. Love it. Here and there.
Yeah. Okay. My personality trait is blank.
My personality trait is controlling, workaholic.
Such a Virgo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was the most Virgo answer ever.
I really am though. It's like I have to just like control everything, like around me. That's like bad, but good at the same time. But kind of it takes a lot of room sometimes in spaces,
I get it.
So I have to like.
But that's what makes you you.
Exactly. Yeah. It has to like just go my way. If it's not my way, I just don't want to hear it.
You're a real artist. That's
you know
that's
what I mean?
Real
like
artist stuff.
Yeah.
I would say because you mentioned how like you have good mentors around you. Who are some of your mentors who have been like helping you in this journey?
Lenny S. Love him. He's been really like putting me into like amazing rooms. Since I know him like 2 years ago.
Fire.
I have Brooke. She's like director of A&R. She's amazing too. I have a lot of A&R like mentors.
A&R mentors?
Yeah, that kind of like help me like connecting me with artists and stuff,
nice.
like putting me into rooms, inviting me to events and stuff. Alexa, that is a Shaka's manager and also mine. She's amazing, holding it down every time. She kind of has this big sister role at the same time. So, no, yeah, I have really, really good mentors. Like, yeah, love them.
I love it. So 2 women and 1 guy mentor.
Yeah, actually, I have others also, but those are like the main that I always like refer to when I need something.
That's super dope.
Yeah.
How is it? Because I feel like, you know, the people that you name, again, work with huge people, especially in this culture. Why do you think they took to you? Because they don't really take to everybody.
I feel like I was just really myself when I met them, and they kind of like seen my bad. My English is kind of broken. Okay, be nice. They kind of like seen how I was like motivated, like moving from overseas by myself at 21. Like they was like, yeah, like she must be really hungry, and they kind of like helped me connecting some dots, putting me into rooms, connecting me to certain peoples and stuff. So that was very like helpful and valuable. Like I'm so grateful for those people.
That's dope.
Yeah. It's really important to have good mentors, I feel like.
Oh my God, 100%.
Yeah, it's very important.
Especially as an implant. You know, I'm an implant, so I get it. Yeah. But that shit is hard.
It is really hard.
Would you say, you said Lenny and the girls?
Yeah, I also had like Nima, which is the founder of Empire. So I met him, Larry June, when I was back in Paris, and they always just helped me, you know, like with my visa also, like writing me recommendation letters. Like,
wow.
They're amazing. Yeah, amazing.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask, because you just brought up your English. Yes. How long did it take you to learn English?
My stepbrother is Slovakian.
Okay.
From like East Europe. So he don't speak English. So since I'm young, I kind of always like spoke English with him. And then it was just a lot of movies, and I pick up a lot on like languages and stuff, like slang. I can like really memorize it because I'm very much of a what is it called?
Verbal
person. Yeah. So it's like I pick up very fast on like languages and stuff. I learned a lot of. I speak like 5 languages. What? So it's like very fast for me to like.
What do you speak?
I speak Arabic. I speak Spanish, French. Well, English, and then a little bit of Korean.
Wow.
I understand more than I speak, though, for Korean.
That's so good.
Yeah. Love it.
Damn, you are killing it.
Love it. Thank you.
Oh, my God. No, I love it. I love everything that you're doing out here.
Thank you so much.
Looking forward to see you continue to flourish.
Thank you so much. I'm happy that I got here in this podcast. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course.
Love what you do, too.
Thank you.
And, yeah, we're going to work together soon again.
That's a fact.
For sure.
Shout out your gram. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Thank you, Nyla.
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. Say your gram. Let everybody know where they can follow.
Oh, Leecya, Leecyaa. Add me on Instagram.
Yes, definitely tap in. Talk soon, guys.